Good morning. This is TMI Socials. I am Anuoluwapo Stevens, your social media guide. It's another time again for you to be abreast with the latest of trending gist in the world of socials. And now, here are 5 trending stories that made it for me from yesterday up until this morning. So I'll begin by letting you know that President Bola Tinubu has appealed to religious leaders to desist from laying curses on the nation in their sermons. Now, the president spoke on Thursday while breaking the Ramadan fast with traditional rulers and religious leaders at the presidential villa. Tinubu hampered on the significant role of religious leaders in shaping public opinion and promoting unity in the country. Now let's listen to the president verbatim.
Our country. Educate our children. All the members of our church and mosque, the sermon we give to them is important. We don't condemn your own nation. I'm a Yoruba man, and our father will say, no matter how slippery the bottom of your child, leave the bead there. Leave the bead there. This is your country. Don't condemn it in sermons. Don't abuse the nation. Leadership are meant for changes. Yes, this leader is bad, fine. Wait until it's time to renew his mandate and say no. But don't condemn your country. Don't curse Nigeria. It's a beautiful land, land of prosperity.
You've heard it loud and clear. Don't curse Nigeria. It's the Omo Yoruba ni me. My father said this and that. I'm a Yoruba person. Anyway, how did you react to this online? Take a look. This guy says, we have a president. What we need is our leaders working, not prayer. Right. And fingers in the air right there. Moving over to another one. Another story still. Okay, now this person says, cursing Nigerian leaders is like you're traveling in a commercial vehicle and cursing the driver that he will not land safely while you're still in the same vehicle, forgetting that if anything happened to the driver, passengers are not safe also. That is not wise enough. God bless Nigeria. Amen. All right, another reaction still on this beat. Now, Olala says, take it or leave it. This man here is intelligent. I hope he is able to pull some strings positively on the economy. No emotion attached. Just talking as a reasonable Nigerian. All right. Is that all we have? Okay, so now finally on the story. Mr. President, please use this opportunity to give us reasons to be proud of this country. Patriotism is inspired when the country, through its government, protects and promotes the lives and well-being of the citizens. We all love our country. Just show us our country cares for us too. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Golden Smoky says, for some reason, I believe he will make Nigeria better. Let him cook. And indeed, he is cooking. And he has told you as well that baby steps is what is needed. So all you have to do is take a chill pill and let the president work, all right? Now, also yesterday, hashtag Nigeria Air was trending. This was all over the news that 3 jets in the presidential air fleet are to be sold off to cut down the bloated cost of running the government. According to reports, there are 10 aircraft currently in the presidential fleet. That's 6 jets and 4 helicopters, which will be cut to 7 if the planned action sails through. According to this report, this is part of the cost-saving measures being adopted by President Bola Tinubu's administration. Now, did you sit well on this news? Let us see. Heather says, Nigeria alone has about 10 fleets of private jets. Imagine the cost of maintenance monthly. No wonder they are always traveling up and down. Right, moving over. Ade Supi says, so after selling it, where will the money go to and what would they use the money for? That's my take on this. Questions upon questions. Another reaction on the story still. Frank Nera says, though commendable, but trust that the fund from this sale will still be diverted into other, purposes. My problem is that tomorrow we'll start hearing another story on the sales, just to mark my word on this. Well, let's just hope for the best and hopefully the right things are done with the funds recovered from the money. Now, moving over to another one. This guy says, after budgeting 15 billion for vice presidential lord, Abi, after buying 5 billion presidential yacht? Questions upon questions just flying all around as regards this particular story. I think that's all we have on this bit. Moving over to another one I have for you today. So yesterday, Wike, our very own #Wike, was also trending as well as a property development saga near Asokoro has ignited a storm of controversy as Yosum Wike of the FCT faces accusations of demolition a multi-billion naira property, yes, without legal grounds. Now the property sprawling over 214 hectares owned by Linus and Nicholas Okachuku was demolished without any official revocation order from the FCT administration. However, Okachuku claimed that during a subsequent visit to the land, Wike vehemently objected to allocating such a vast expense to an Igbo businessman. Now let's listen to this guy and hear what he has to say on the story.
Wike called for a meeting over the land. We went with our documents. After I see what we have with our lawyer and the other people's other sunrise, which they get part of that land. And Wike said there is nothing on this, that the court should take effect. After going around the land, his normal ways of behavior, he started shouting, how would they take all this land and give to Igbo man? He went through all due process, including ministerial approval. We have full final title, certificate, and offer.
A certificate of occupancy?
Yes, offer to certificate of occupancy. As I'm talking to you now, we are not receiving any documents. All these things, it's only what we saw, the demolition. The title has not been revoked. We have not been served. 2 separate courts, issue different court order, restraining him from tampering or doing anything in those property. But all of a sudden today, we can move all the caterpillars in Abuja and went and started pulling those properties that we have invested billions into down. Calling Mr. President, who I know that has nothing to do with the tribe, to call on the bridge, either he remove this man, we can.
Well, up to this moment, Wike hasn't responded to these particular allegations, but let's see your thoughts on this. Engineer Damola says, these people playing victim card on everything. I am 100% sure Wike didn't make this statement, but now on our way already. Moving over another one still. Let us have it. Okay. Now this guy says, how do we believe he made that statement when you guys love drawing unnecessary attention with your victim mentality? Still in the story, Ajiji says, Wike must be made to pay the compensation. issue an apology letter to the developer, and be arrested for tribal/ethnic profiling. But we don't even know if I said it. Come on, take a chill pill, all right? Now moving over to another one still on the story. Daniel Orega says, the news of Wike giving an order to demolish an estate because the land belonged to an Igbo man is unbelievable. The estate developer, that's Okachuku, needs to bring proof to back up his accusation. Ethnic bigotry is a present issue here, but it's now his words versus that of Wike's. Statements like this should be backed up with unquestionable evidence. Totally with Daniel on this bit. Now, in a viral video, there was this video of Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa as he refused to shake hands with the Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf during a recent meeting, and this sparked a whole lot of controversies and reaction. How did you react? Okay, before we show you how you reacted, let's see the video. Now let's see your reaction on this. Malcolm Moore Solution says, respect though, but because he stretched his hands, you should have shaken him as well. Or shook his hands, you know. Moving over to another reaction on this, but still, let us see. Now the Food Networking says, you don't shake hands with elders in that side, you rank adede them. And another user says, to me, this is a sign of respect. Even in Igbo land, you don't shake hands with your father. Oh, really? Okay, another reaction still on this. Now this guy says, rejecting it is what is disrespectful. And Lady Q1 says, obviously, a sign of respect. Okay, is that all we have on the story? Okay, now finally on the story, this guy says it is a sign of respect, but in this circumstance, he stretched his hands out, but he should have obliged, you know, hanging on to, okay, I kind of like missed that. But anyway, let's move over to our final story for today. Now, it was also trending during the course of last week up until this moment. The 87-year-old former president Olusegun Obasanjo jumped off the stage after his speech at a recent event in Lagos. Take a look. It's the jump in for me, you know. But anyway, how did you react to this? Let us see. Taiwa says, very great man, arguably the best president Nigeria has ever had. Whew, still on this one. Now this is a post of our president, Bola Tinubu, and he says, my hand no deal. Who is saying this one? Esther Nathaniel. Well, if you know, you know. Moving over. Marco Chavez says, why is this man always trying to prove a point with his fitness? Question. Now, this guy says, the way people still respect this man at this point, he is flexing how agile he still is on us. All right, all the reactions still on the story. This DJ Pretty Play is saying, make Tinubu no try this thing, no. Alrighty. Anyway, that's how I get to wrap up TMI Solutions for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Anuoluwapo Stevens. I'll see you when I see you.